Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm excited about today's video because I am choosing to spotlight a doll that I really like. I have been a big Melody fan ever since I first saw her. Oddly enough, I'm not actually a huge fan of her meat outfit or her meat hairstyle. Don't hate me. It's primarily because our historical dolls spend most of their time in modern looks and her meat hairstyle is very dated. Goes perfectly with her meat outfit. It goes perfectly with her time period. But when I want to modernize her, I don't want it to look like that. So the reason that I am creating this video is because I will periodically read in some of the many Facebook groups, American Girl Facebook groups that I'm in, somebody's post where they're saying they really like Melody, but they don't think they'd get her because they don't know what to do with her hair or because they don't like her meat hairstyle. And I get personally not loving her meat hairstyle, as I mentioned, but I don't know what to do with her hair. Let me help you out. This girl's hair is so versatile. There's so much you can do with it. In fact, I think she's a perfect starter doll because her hair is long enough to do plenty of things with, which I will prove. And it's short enough that if a kid is still learning how to take care of their dolls, it's not going to be a tangled hot mess. It's not Kanani. It's not going to be a train wreck in 5 days. So I really think she's an excellent starter doll. And for some reason, I've made it a mission in my head that if you already have a Melody, I want you to expand your hairstyle repertoire for her. And if you don't have a Melody, I'm hoping to sell you on her because I guess I believe that every AG collector deserves a Melody in their life. So anyway, that's my mission today. I hope that it's successful. By the way, before I jump in, if you like my videos and haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. And for everybody who has, thank you. I really appreciate the comments, how interactive people are. Even just giving a video a thumbs up is nice. So let's jump in. I am going to start with the easiest of easy hairstyles. You could just put them in 2 low pigtails. You could put them in 2 high pigtails slightly above the ears, and that would just look a little more playful, cute, young. But here I've put them in lower pigtails, or you could do lower braids, which I didn't show. You could brush the hair kind of curving inward so it doesn't have that flip like I did in this first picture. Or you could put them at the same height on the head, but leave that signature outward flip that her hair has. And you could add a bandana, you could add a headband like I did here, you could add some barrettes, you could add absolutely nothing, and she would still look adorable as all get out. And obviously this look is very easy, beginner level, super quick. Moving on, if you like the kind of period look of her meat hairstyle, but you want it to be a little more glamorous, you can give her some Motown music energy by grabbing the front part of her hair and pulling it up, just a little bit of the hair, and pulling it up into a high ponytail. I know she has a middle hair part, but I've done plenty of hairstyles where I've either covered up that part or even changed it and done a left or right part, and it always goes back to its factory part really easily, so I wouldn't stress about that. So with this hairstyle, I left the bottoms with that signature outward flip, and I think it looks really cute. If I'm going for a historical look on her, then I would go for this. Look number 3 is grabbing that same hair, but instead of bringing it up into a high ponytail, you're twisting both of those pieces around the side and toward the back of the head, and you can put them in a barrette or clip or whatever back there. Super easy. We're still doing very basic stuff. If you want to go further with the twisting option, you can create a side part, right or left, doesn't matter. Grab the hair and start twisting it back and just moving around the side of her head toward the nape of the neck, adding more hair and continuing to twist inward as you do so. And then do the same thing on the other side. All of this will meet in the back of the neck. And you can see from the front, it looks really polished. I think it's very elegant. It's definitely a dress-up look. And then when I turn her around back here, you can see, well, you can't see that I put a hair tie on it and it didn't look so polished. So I tucked that in and covered it with a flower. You could cover it with a bow or whatever. Definitely not an everyday look, but it's easy enough and it's very pretty. This next one I think is it could go either way. It could be an everyday look or it could be a special occasion hairstyle. So all you're going to need is a brush, obviously, and maybe 4 or 5, 6 tops hair elastics. And before I show you the back of it, I'm going to show you the front. Here it is with a headband. I forgot to take a picture of it without a headband, but it looks just as cute, so take my word for it. Now, looking at the back, it might be a little hard to make out, but what I did was grab some hair in the front, make a small ponytail at the top. Lay that flat, grab some more hair from the sides, pull those back and create a ponytail on top of, but not including the first ponytail. Lay that one flat. Repeat. Work your way all the way down the head, just constantly making a new ponytail with the hair that's slightly lower than the last ponytail and not ever adding in because it would get too bulky. Hopefully I explained that right. I think it looks very nice. And then at the end, I tucked it under so that it looks finished. This next look is a little bit harder to see. We're on look number 6 now, and it's basically the same thing except for instead of, I guess you just add an extra step. You know those ponytail looper things? I don't know the official term, but you know what I'm talking about. It's like I don't know. It looks like a fishnet. The shape of it is like a handle and then a loop. So if you use that, it just gives it a different look, but you would probably not need to do it with the first ponytail, but all of the subsequent ones working down toward the neck. You can flip that. I personally prefer the prior look a little more, but if you try these, let me know in the comments which one you prefer. Up to now, we haven't done any braids, so look number 7 is the first time we're going to incorporate some braids. This is a waterfall braid. This is actually Blair's meat hairstyle braid, by the way. And if you already know how to do this braid, here's a friendly reminder that Melody's hair looks amazing with a waterfall braid. If you're not familiar with it, just look up a YouTube tutorial. It's really not intimidating. It's pretty easy. Just find a good video and you'll be well on your way. You could do this on both sides, or you could do it on one side and just kind of clip it in the back. In this case, I did it on both sides. And for the next look, here's a double waterfall braid. It's not more complicated than a single one. Again, consult all of the bajillion YouTube tutorials out there if you're not sure how to do it. This one I did only do on one side, and if I recall correctly, I finished it off with a hair tie and then used a bobby pin to kind of tuck it underneath the hair in the back so that the hair tie wouldn't show. And here it is from the front. That's the double waterfall braid. Look number 9 is a bit of a stretch given the length of her hair, but with a little finagling, I think that she and I both pulled off this side bun, and it's super cute. It's really adorable. It just was a stretch. It was kind of the max of what I could do with her hair given its length. Now, we've seen some braids, and we saw a bun look, and for this next look, I'm going to combine the two of them. So flip Melody upside down because you're going to do an upside down French braid. And once you get to the point a little above her ears, meaning above toward the crown of her head, then you're going to switch and kind of gather that hair plus the rest of the hair up and create the bun for the top of the head. I will be the first to say, I don't think this look held up well under scrutiny. So take your pictures from a little far back. It did kind of look a little messy up close, at least when I did it. But look at it from the front. It's really nice. So I totally think it was worth it. And technically, it does give you another look. Another option with that is to do 2 upside down French braids and put them into 2 buns. And look, Melody's in space buns. Are the ones that I did perfectly even? No. Is she a little bit overdressed for this look? You bet. The point of this video, though, is to show you the versatility of her hair. So, if I can convince somebody on that front, then I'm sure they can do a better job making them even, and I'm sure they can put her in a more appropriate outfit for this hairstyle. So, moving along. This one was probably the most time consuming and the most out of my comfort zone. It was called a faux halo braid, maybe a faux crown braid. I can't remember, but I watched a tutorial by a YouTuber called Milabu, Milabu. I'll link it in the description. She had several different faux braids and different kinds of braids for short hair. And she does an excellent job explaining it. It was very easy to follow along. So just click on the link in the description if you want to recreate this look. It's very pretty. I probably should have used black hair ties instead of brown, but I worked with what I had on hand. Here it is from the top. Very, very pretty. Definitely not an everyday look, but I love it. This next look is a headband braid a thing? Is that a term? That's what I'm going to call it. So it's a French braid that starts on one side of the head, and it's basically about the thickness of a very thick headband or a very wide headband. And you just work from basically above one ear all the way over to the other side. And in this particular case, I pulled it all back into a nice ponytail with a flower on it just to kind of match her dress. And the very last look, it's exactly the same thing, except for I didn't pull it all back into a ponytail, and I did leave that outward flip. So this one, I guess, could go a little more appropriately with her period outfit, with her collection. All right. Like I said, it's not an exhaustive list, but I hope that this gave you a lot of ideas, maybe some things you haven't tried with her, maybe changes your perspective about just how much you can do with her hair. I cannot say enough positive things about this doll, so hopefully you get more wear and more fun and enjoyment out of Melody if you already have her, or you're now scouring the internet so that you can buy one if you don't have her. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know which look you liked best in the comments, and I hope to see you for my next video. Thanks for watching.